Hello and welcome. This video is meant to help you start work in the asynchronous orientation, especially if you've never used Canvas before. In order to access Canvas, you must have a UWM ID. That means you have a UWM email account or an email account that ends in @uwm.edu. If you do not yet have a UWM email address or UWM ID, you must contact your department administrator or your supervising instructor to get one before you can access any content within Canvas. That out of the way, let's start working through accessing the new TA orientation. To access the new TA orientation, you should start at the TA orientation and training homepage and then scroll down to the self-paced asynchronous TA orientation portion. You want to click on the button Join Self-Paced Asynchronous TA Orientation. And that button will take you to the Canvas course. Now, it may be necessary to first log in. So to do so, you'll probably have to select which institution, select UW-Milwaukee, and then click Go, and then sign in. Select Enroll in Course, and then you may choose if you'd like to go to the course directly by clicking Go to Course, or you can check out your dashboard and see what other courses you've been assigned to. We'll check out the dashboard just so you can see what the new TA orientation course looks like on your dashboard in case you need to revisit it or aren't able to finish it all in one setting. On the dashboard, we see the new TA orientation course card. Select that to go to the course. You'll see that Canvas is divided into approximately 3 units. On the far left is a global navigation bar. That's a black ribbon on the far left. Just to the right of that is the course navigation bar. Now that has home and grades, though in your other courses, there may be more buttons, and more likely will be. Please note you can open and close this course navigation menu by clicking on the 3 lines at the top of the screen. In the center is the main course content area, and that's where the modules are located that you'll be completing for this orientation. And then on the far right, you'll see a number of buttons in the navigation bar on this right, including View Course Notifications, View Course Calendar, Drop This Course. These buttons that are available will depend on your privileges within the course and also the settings within that particular course. So it may change depending on what course you're in. Below that, you'll see a to-do list. So this is the items that you need to do in this course, along with the day that they are due. Everything for this course is due September 2nd at 9 a.m. Let's go back to that main navigation bar on the far left. I just want to highlight the Help button. If you're working in this course or any other Canvas course and you run into some problem, you have access to 24/7 support within Canvas. Select the Help button, and then you'll notice that you have lots of different options. You can chat with Canvas support. If you're working in a course more as a student, you might want to select students. If you're working it more as a TA, you may want to select faculty. This is available to you 24/7, 365 days a year. This is really great support. You have access to a live agent who's based in Colorado Springs, Colorado, the home of instructor who built Canvas. And you can either chat with them or use a telephone and contact their hotline. This is a great support resource. I just want to make sure I highlight that so you know that it's there. All right, back to the main page. Here you'll see the modules for the course in Canvas. The welcome module and course overview, starting the semester right, and then the wrap up and coming up next. You'll notice that most of the content within this course is grayed out. You're unable to access it. That's because you haven't completed the necessary requirements and prerequisites to complete or access this content. In order to open up these grayed out items, you need to start at the Asynchronous Orientation Overview, the only part of the course that you can currently click on. Select Asynchronous Orientation Overview. At the top of the page, you'll notice an item to complete. This is what you need to do to complete a particular page, assignment, or quiz. For this particular page, Asynchronous Orientation Overview, all you need to do is read the text and then mark this page complete. The button's located at the bottom of the page. And then click Next. This will take you to the next activity that's in the module. Here is an assignment where you enter your teaching philosophy. Again, notice the complete, what you need to do to complete this particular assignment, and the Start Assignment button, which you need to click before you begin the activity, which is enter your particular teaching philosophy. Instructions are on the page there at the top. submit the assignment, you'll get some indications, some confetti, some pizza, indicating that you've completed the assignment, then click Next. The next item in the top module is the Graduate Assistant Handbook. Again, the items to complete lets you know what you need to do to complete this particular page. Mark this page as done, then click Next. You could continue like this throughout the rest of the orientation, but let's go back to home and see what's happened. You'll notice that there are green check marks next to each particular item that we completed, as well as a green check mark in the module at the top, indicating we've completed this module. You'll also notice that the next module, starting the semester right, has now been opened. You're able to access this content. You aren't able to access the wrap up and coming next content. That will be available once you completed everything in the Smart Semester Right module. After you've completed all the modules in this course, this portion of the orientation is complete. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at cedal@uwm.edu.